All right, he is the Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling. We talk so much about the state of this 135-pound division, how it's never been stronger, and yet this guy's starting to distance himself from the pack a little bit. Outstanding grappler, and more often than not, he's going to have a big advantage in that war.
Yeah, that's one of the things that separates Aljamain, is that he's one of those guys that tells you what he's going to do, and then he goes and he does it. Nothing's more discouraging for a fighter than to know what you have to defend and still not be able to defend it. Aljamain Sterling is a beast. Now,
he did hint to us in the fighter meeting that he thought he could win this fight without chaining takedowns, so perhaps we'll see a strike-heavy approach here from Sterling early. We shall see. Aljamain Sterling steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. All right, the UFC Hall of Famer Khabib Nurmagomedov getting back on the proving ground here tonight. And a new look corner, is that Hasbulla there?
Yeah, I mean, Hasbulla is in the corner with Khabib. Khabib loves it. He's always talking about him. He spends time with him. But the one thing is, while Hasbulla is there, Khabib Nurmagomedov's approach will not change. This guy is an absolute grinder, man. He is just a dog. He will go forward, get in your face, hit him. You will not deter Khabib Nurmagomedov from accomplishing the ultimate goal, and that's keeping that 0 on the right side of his record.
And if you're Javier Mendez, you just got to make sure that you let Hasbulla get in there between rounds. Little guy's got a lot to say. Khabib Nurmagomedov. And that means we are set for our main event of the evening. Our tale of the tape now for this lightweight championship fight. The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Aljamain Funk Master Sterling. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Lightweight Champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
Well, they say everybody loses in mixed martial arts. I guess everybody except the Eagle, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Impossibly difficult to get this guy off of you once he takes you down. How do you prevent that from happening is the question for the opponent tonight.
Good jab there by the champion.
Oh, nice land there by Nurmagomedov. When he made his UFC debut in 2012, he wasn't striking the ball.
No, he did not look like this. And that's a credit to his coaches, not only at the American Kickboxing Academy, but at Eagles MMA over in Dagestan.
Straight right hand, no good. Too easy. Khabib Nurmagomedov gets the early takedown. Opposition knew it was coming, unable to stop it as usual.
Well, he'll tell you. He'll tell you that he's going to take you down. And he has so many ways of getting through that takedown. He's as good as they come in terms of setting him up. And right away, he gets the fight exactly where he needs it to be.
Just over 3 minutes to go, round one. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet.
He needs to shove the knees, hip heist and get back up to your feet.
We'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Sterling getting worked here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that tired, that fatigue is warranted. That was a high level.
What a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, rise, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elevated stage.
Well, Khabib Nurmagomedov might have been able to win a kickboxing match here tonight, but taking the path of least resistance and really having his way on the ground.
And John, I think that points to the fight.
Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attempt. Oh, looks like he's got that arm pin in the triangle now. Oh, he's looking for the finish now.
Fight IQ on full display there. Recognizing he was losing the sub, elected to keep the dominant position.
All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
15 seconds remain in the round. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Nurmagomedov. Round 2 is next.
Stop!
Excellent job last round. Really a good record today. This round, we want to do the exact same thing. Let's start this off with a big take.
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round. And get that man a singlet, man, right? Offensive wrestling on point tonight.
That was a tutorial. That was every single takedown you could secure in a fight. He did it all the right way. He's beating his opponent to the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns going forward, he needs to react a little quicker.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round 2. Oh, now lands a kick to the body. Well, we see this a lot, DC, but this instance, it's particularly surprising to see a wrestler on his level not attempt to change the level.
I don't understand it. You know, when you have that weapon, you have that ability to take people to the ground, you have to use it. Even if it's to set up your striking. Oh, he's not going to guillotine.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out. Or guys start to attack triangles.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Sterling. All right, opens the guard, now stacked guard. All right, has the guard closed here. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground.
Getting them out here.
Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise the crowd responds in kind.
The crowd just loves whenever they get 2 high-level strikers going at it.
Play shot there, DC. He is officially up.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on stage.
Well, maybe he'll look to set up that hook again. Well, DC kind of just playing with him at this point.
Guillotine jump. That guillotine looks very painful, and he's very close to the finish. But he cannot rush. He cannot allow his opponent to get to his back.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow. That is great submission defense. Oh, my goodness. That Darce choke is very tight.
Oh, that's got to be it. Oh, he got out.
He did a great job of getting his hips away and getting back to his back in order to defend that Darce choke.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. "30 seconds to go now."
Oh.
Constantly a moving target. Final seconds here of round 2. Round 3 next. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of what was a great round, DC. Got to talk about that knockdown.
What a fantastic round. He was able to set up a great shot, got the knockdown. You have to be feeling good as he walks back to the corner.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Nice punch by Nurmagomedov. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent. Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Oh, he lands a massive kick here. Well, why fix what's not broken? Why not go right back to that overhand here again?
He's going to guillotine.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here.
Nice.
Oh, he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. We've seen you go to this a couple times, no?
This is, oh, arm triangle. Arm triangle. Arm triangle.
Oh, look out, folks. That is tight.
It looks like it's getting going. He's got it. He's got it.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition.
Suffocating work from the top here by Sterling. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Sterling's back to the north-south position now. Looks to me like he's got that submission close.
Starting to get deep. Looks like he's going to get the finish.
Oh, he's out. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks. Inside control, you got a ton of options. He goes knees on belly. Very active off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom. He has controlled the position, postured up, and landed another strike that is causing swelling.
Oh, huge pop from the crowd as the fighters get back up to their feet. I mean, you and I love a good grappling match, but these fighters came to see knockouts.
Yeah, the fans came to see them knock each other out. That's what they're going to get. All the grappling was beautiful to watch, John, but ultimately, it is the striking that people show up for.
All right, that's the end of the round, and Sterling's eye starting to look pretty bad. He absorbed a lot of damage over those 5 minutes. We'll see if the cut man can do anything about that. All right, so back to the stools we go. They say defense wins championships, and he has not defended well tonight.
He isn't trying, or at least it doesn't seem like he's trying. He has got to move his head. He's trying to react when the punch is already coming, and that's not working. If he takes many more of these shots, this fight is going to be stopped due to the swelling.
Ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. The tension is palpable. 4th round is underway. You've got a thing or two to say about these championship rounds.
The 4th round is easily the hardest round in fighting. You're so used to fighting up to 3. You got to get back off of that stool, and this is a...
Huge strikes there. Somehow, his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much. Oh, that was a really nice takedown. Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt. He's in the mount. Nice shot there by the champ.
Landing strikes nicely here from top position. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Sterling's in half guard. Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. Nurmagomedov has got full mount now. Well, targeting is a penalty in football, not here, as he continues to attack that swelled area. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Nurmagomedov.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top positions.
All right, feet on the hips here.
Big right hook there by the champ.
The ground strikes starting to pile up.
That was nice.
Oh, great transition there as he reverses to top position. Beautiful work on the ground there by Nurmagomedov. All right, close guard now.
He passes the half.
Under a minute to go in round 4. Nurmagomedov's back in full mount. Final seconds of round 4. Sterling's eye is really not looking good right now, Daniel. Starting to swell shut, and that is going to compromise his vision as this fight continues. All right, there's the horn. The round is over, and how about the swelling on that eye? It is only getting worse by the moment. It looks like the eye isn't completely shut, but it is moving in that direction. Not a good reality for him here. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defense.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, 5th and final round.
Oh, nice hook. Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous.
Sterling's going for a choke. That guillotine is tight. Oh, great submission defense. Well, maybe ill-advised to be competing off your back, but he's landing. Well, sometimes our stat guys are stingy with these submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively because he is so aware of all situations when he's on the ground. He has done an amazing job staying out of those submissions.
Sterling's in half guard now.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish his technique. Knee on belly.
Khabib's back in full mount. 2 minutes and counting to go in this fight. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Nurmagomedov. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions.
Now the hammer fist here by Nurmagomedov. Well, nothing in the unified rules says you can't strike from off of your back, and he did well there. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
Great defense by the defensive fighter.
All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right.
You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook.
And there is the final horn. What a 25-minute affair tonight. We're going to the scorecards. Well, what a title fight it was. What a showcase it was for this division. But at the end of the day, the champion just did a little bit more, and you got to think he gets the nod, right?
I believe it was the championship experience that allowed him to push through in those spots that he needed to in order to keep his championship. I agree with you, J.A. I think he keeps his belt.
The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 50-45, 49-46, and 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the